change once the information is given. It's huge, so it will take little longer. His Excellency Adoleko. His Excellency Adoleko is the ambassador of Republic of Niger to the Republic of India. Can I just request you to wait till I finish the information? It's too long. His Excellency is the officer responsible for bilateral relations between the People's Republic of China and Niger Republic. Niger, Japan, Niger, Pakistan. First Secretary and Charge the Affairs. Embassy of Niger in Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Chief of Staff to Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. Officer in charge of Cooperation Niger and European Union. Niger Grand Duchy of Luxembourg. Niger Kingdom of Belgium. Niger, Italy, Acting Director, European Affairs. First Counselor and Charge d'Affaires, Embassy of Niger, Peking. People's Republic of China, Director, Inter-African Organizational Department, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Cooperation, African Integration, Niger Citizen Abroad, National Coordination. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, Embassy of Niger in a Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia and permanent mission to the African Union. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for His Excellency Adoleko. His Excellency is a national coordinator, ECOWAS coordinating officer, Niger, first counselor in charge of political and economical matter. Ambassador of Republic of Niger to the Republic of India, His Excellency Adoleko.
I would like to, before I start, to thank Dr. Joshi Tangra for inviting us to this Global India Business Forum. I am very impressed of the way it is organized, and just before I came here, I interacted with him, and I understand, I learned how deep he's thinking about Africa. I thank him very much. To start with, I will just introduce about Niger, then follow a short video and the business opportunities Niger offer to Indian businessmen. To start with, Niger is like some two other countries neighboring him. I will mention Burkina Faso and Mali are landlocked countries. We have no access to port to sea. Niger is 1,267,000 square kilometers, and having as Balkan countries Nigeria in the south, Mali in the west, and Burkina Faso, Mali in the west. In the north you have Libya, Algeria. In the east you have Chad. Niger is at the crossroad of sub-Saharan countries and Europe. So this position is a very, very important position. Niger, like the two other countries, as I mentioned before, got its independence in 1960. But as mentioned, one of our colleagues yesterday from Djibouti, at independence we did not get, I would say, nothing. So we departed from, I would say, nothing except the language. The Niger is Saharan countries. It has to organize its economy, and in this connection, we prepared last year, end of last year, exactly 5th and 6th December in Paris, a round table and a business forum, and many African countries and India, less than 20, they forum in Niger, in the Niger capital city, Niamey, in February this year, 8 and 7. So our policy is just to invite businessmen to come to help us diversify our economy. And the policy is something that I would say some sectors. The first of it is agriculture. Then come energy, infrastructure, health, and telecommunication. Presentation will be shown soon. I would like to say that as India, the saying said, is better later than never. So what happened is, as I said earlier, we departed, I would say, from nothing. We suffered a lot from the policy of former colonial powers. And recently, maybe you have heard about what is following in Nigeria, in the 3 Western African countries. So we try to, as India did in the past, to get rid of our oppression. And by God will, it is happening. We succeeded, and shortly, I think by the end of this year, everything. Niger is confronted with, as you may know, in the newspaper, as I said, is border to Nigeria, Chad. We face a lot of problem of security. But instead of all us countries, we succeed, our armed forces succeeded to maintain the country in security. You cannot find any news about terrorists occupying a piece of land of Niger. So we try to protect our country. What is a signal for investment? Because security is assured, our armed forces work day by night to secure us. So I would like to invite the organizer to just upload a short video to Niger, then follow it.
As well as internationally, Niger is working on its development day after day. The country's mineral, gas and oil resources are well known, but consider its other riches. A willingness to unify and modernize the country, ensuring economic vitality, like that of its capital, Niamey. The country's youth and its women, who, thanks to investment in education and health, have real potential and are becoming increasingly active and capable. Its expanding infrastructure, its public works, and its programs aimed at different sectors of industry. And finally, its economic and diplomatic policy of transparency and openness, which makes it a key partner in West Africa. In its effort to actively manage its own development, sustainably and respectful of people and the environment, Niger today offers many expansive and long-term economic opportunities, not only for its own development, but also for other emerging markets in Africa, and for those who wish to invest in it. Niger's beating heart is the city of Niamey, the political and economic capital of this peaceful country. This city of 1.2 million inhabitants is expanding its range of services as well as administrative, industrial and commercial structures to meet the demands of its growing modernization. This modernization is made possible by the country's social cohesion, which results from a long tradition of tolerance among different ethnic groups and a balanced representation of minorities within state institutions. The Nigerian youth is dynamic and is considered a national priority as the young hold the country's future in their hands. With 8,000 students enrolled, the University of Niamey, as well as the proliferation of schools in rural areas, are prime examples of how young people are being supported. Niger has a dynamic and capable population that wishes to secure its own future. Women play a vital role and represent 12% of the parliament. They are a liberated people who control their democratic institutions and place great value in freedom of expression. According to Reporters Without Borders, Niger is ranked 29th between the United Kingdom and Australia, having jumped 75 places compared to its position in 2010. His Excellency, President Issoufou, is the only African head of state to have ratified the World Association of Newspapers' Declaration of Table Mountain, which calls for press freedom in Africa and the repeal of criminal defamation and insult laws. Niger is rich in raw materials: gold, steel, coal, uranium and oil. Extraction of the latter began in 2011, and oil reserves are estimated at 1.3 billion barrels. Such a wealth of resources demands a wealth of infrastructure. A 462-kilometre pipeline operated by Soras, a joint venture between CNPC and the government of Niger, has already been built to supply the new refinery in Zander. With a capacity of 100,000 tonnes, the refinery not only meets domestic needs, but also enables exports to neighbouring countries. All of Niger is under construction and brimming with projects. Soon, a 4,500-kilometre long trans-Sahara route will link Algiers to Lagos, passing through Niger from north to south and serving the cities and mining complexes of Arlit and Agadez. A trans-Saharan gas pipeline is expected to link Niger, Nigeria and Algeria. Similarly, in order to facilitate the transport of people and goods, a rail network will be introduced in 2014, connecting the major cities of Benin, Niger, Burkina Faso and Côte d'Ivoire. In addition, Niger is planning the construction of a national road network spanning 3,000 kilometers, a hydroelectric plant at Kondiaji, and the building of a dry port in Dosso. Lastly, Niger has implemented a policy of consolidation and economic reliability. The country has been able to meet its own needs through the ingenious 3N plan: Nigerians nourishing Nigerians. Furthermore, it has developed a growth and investment strategy whose results have been welcomed by the IMF for its good practice tax system and appropriate customs regulations that allow Niger to maintain its budgetary balance. In March 2011, Niger was able to join the EITI, a group of 11 countries that meet the global standard for transparency in the oil, gas and mining sectors. Niger thus presents itself as a serene country that is considerate of its neighbours and acts responsibly in matters relating to the economy, environment and security. Niger is a member of both ECOWAS and UEMOA and a signatory of the PADD Treaty, which sets out the management principles and good governance for the sustainable development of water resources in the Niger Basin. Spurred by its geographical position at the crossroads of Africa's primary energy producers, Algeria, Libya and Nigeria, the country has become a key player in West Africa's politics. President Issoufou has spoken of Niger's renaissance, and it is indeed a country that is being reborn, step by step, by the strength of its democratic will, its rich traditions, its people, resources and creativity. The country guarantees good business practices, which will stay the course in difficult times and ensure a successful future. Niger, the time to invest is now. The country's mineral, gas and oil resources are well known, but consider its other riches. A willingness to unify and modernize the country, ensuring economic vitality, like that of its capital, Niamey. The country's youth and its women, who,
We'll have a business presentation by Mr. Suleiman Borema, the Councillor of the Republic of Niger to the Republic of India. Ladies and gentlemen, एक बार जोरदार तालियां होनी चाहिए Mr. Suleiman Borema.
Dr. Jitendra Joshi, Excellencies, business tycoons, students from Africa, ladies and gentlemen, what protocol observed. Please let me join my voice to that of Excellency, His Excellency, Ambassador of Niger, and thank Mr. Joshi Jitendra for organizing this important event and making us part of it. This having been said, I thank you very much, Excellency, Ambassador of Niger, for setting the background of my presentation. Many of the points I want to mention in this presentation have already been mentioned, so I'll just go for a brief presentation turn around 3 points. The first point will be physical facts about Niger. That will help us to understand what is Niger, where is it located, the population, and so on. The second part of my presentation will be why to choose Niger as a business destination. And the last part of my presentation will be on the business opportunity that are waiting for prospective businessmen there back in Niger. So, the first part, introduction on Niger. Excellency has spoken about many points. So, physical, geographical location, I mentioned it. We are located in West Africa, in the heart of West Africa, one of the largest countries in West Africa. We are bordered by many West African countries. We are a large country, as he mentioned it, 1,267,000 square kilometers. We have a population of 26 million, estimate, of which 75% of the population is under 50%. Then you have our form of government. We are a democracy, a stable country, a democratic country, a business-friendly country. And our currency is the franc CFA that we share with other African countries of the West African Economic, Monetary and Union. 7 of them. And then our development strategy is based on a document that is called the Agenda Niger 2035. That is the aim of this document is making Niger an emerging country by 2035. And this document is divided into a 5-year program that is called Economic and Social Development Plan that we are working on presently. Our development policy is based on the philosophy that private sector and trade are motors for any country's economic growth. So that's why Niger is actively seeking for foreign private investment. Within this framework, we organize 2 major business events. That is in 2022, the Paris Roundtable. That aim is to mobilize the necessary financial resources in order to finance our 5-year program. And the second major event that we organize in the course of this year is the Niger European Union Forum in Niamey held in February this very year. The objective of this forum was to bring businesses of European Union to Niger, as well as to promote local businesses in Niger. So, the second part of my presentation, why should we choose Niger as a business destination? First of all, we have the geographic location of the country. It's a landlocked country. It links North Africa, you have Nigeria and Libya, to West Africa, Mali, Burkina Faso, Benin, and Nigeria, and the Central Africa, the Republic of Chad. That enables you, when you set up your business, to have the opportunity of reaching out to local markets as well as sub-regional markets in the other countries around the borders. So Niger is a business. The second reason why you should choose Niger as a business destination is that it's a business-friendly country. We have many incentives that are given to private investors especially. You have tax benefits. You have supporting framework, supporting business framework. You have support institutions like, for instance, la Maison de l'Entreprise that will help you in the creation, the modification, and the termination of your company. You have, for example, the National investment promotion and strategic projects. That is a one-stop shop for establishing business between private sector and the public sector. Another reason why you should choose Niger for business destination is the constantly improving business environment. You have, for example, the appropriate financial system. I've seen right now on the video that we belong to the West African Economic and Monetary Union. That will help you to move your financial transaction without any restriction. You have the protection that we give to investors against political risk, expropriation, and other risks that may arise in the life of your business. So now we come to the third part of my presentation. This will be the different sectors in which you can invest. As you can see them, there are investment opportunities practically in every sector of the economic life of our country, like mining, energy, industry, infrastructure, transport, urban planning, agriculture, and so on. So, for those who want to invest in mining, if my country is famous for one thing, it is for its uranium. But uranium is not the only resources that we have. We have many resources like iron, coal, salt, gold, limestone, and many other resources that are waiting to be exploited. So in the mining sector, we have investment opportunities, the construction of precious metal purchasing contract that we have created in Niger. You can invest in that sector. You have the project for improving the miner potential knowledge. You have the project for mineral sector institutional capacity building. You have the project for restoration of our geologic research center. And then we come to oil. Niger Republic became an oil producing country in 2011 with 2,000 barrels a day. And we are hoping to improve that production. By the end of this year, we are building a pipeline that is linking the site of the oil production to the port of Benin. And then we take our production to 5 times what we are producing right now. So investment opportunities like this also there. In the project for the modernization of oil canals and capacity building. We have investment opportunities in the construction and development industries. We have investment opportunities in the pipeline. This one is not. This one is a pipeline that is going to Burkina Faso in order to facilitate export to other West African countries. You have the project of construction of a gas power plant. And if you want to invest in energy, and there is a good product going there, a good project going there in electricity dam of energy. The project of 130 megawatts, coupled to a solar power plant of 70 megawatts. You have also the construction of second and third generation power plants in Niger in order to reduce the country's energy dependence. You have also solar plants potentials. Our country is mainly a desertic one, 2/3 of the area of the country, which is conducive to solar plant deployments. You have the construction of solar panels and street lighting system project that we want to establish in the country. and the construction of solar PV plants of 10 to 50 megawatts in all the regions of the country. We have the construction of 2,000 megawatts civil nuclear plant that we are intending to construct by the year 2030. You have the construction of 205 megawatts wind power park in Dhaka that we are waiting investments and all these projects. And coming to investment opportunities in industry, there are many opportunities awaiting there, especially agricultural products, livestock products. In agricultural products, you have crops like coffee, stamp, onion, nuts, and then livestock products, you have the our project to increase our leather and hide meat and meat quantities and qualities. The construction of new cement power plants in the Ado region, the creation of a new industrial zone in Niamey and another one in Tegabé. These are two regions of the country, if you have also on the map. We have also the project of creating a factory that is making glass windows from the sand of our famous desert, that is Conclave desert. It's a very clean sand, and we are waiting for investors in this field to start our production of these products. And in communication services, Nigeria is presently undergoing a digital revolution, and many projects are there. You have the project to expand the national optical fiber backbone network. You have the project of creating a virtual learning points. You have the project of creation of national security center. You have the project of implementation of e-government project of second and third generation licenses. You have our major project that is the migration to digital terrestrial broadcasting review. And then investing in urban planning. There is a good project going on in Niger presently, like the renovation of the Niger capital city of the country, the remediation of the major cities of the country, the renovation of the administrative area in Niamey, the construction of social housing. These are all the projects in which you can invest. Then investing in agriculture. Agricultural sector is the backbone of our economy. With 43 million hectares of agricultural land and 2017, 270,000 hectares of irrigable land. This gives you a lot of business opportunity in agriculture for the modernization, like irrigation program, creating agro-business perimeters, animal feeds, and modern livestock parks. There is also projects in acquisition of agricultural inputs and products to develop also our cash crops like maybe coffee, onion, nuts, sesame, peanuts, Arabic crop, which have a big potential agribusiness growth and export. We have the project also to increase the production of vegetable crops such as garlic. We have one of the best garlic in West Africa. We want to develop also our cotton production and sugarcane production. Investing in infrastructure. We have the big projects in Niger that aims at creating transport companies, the renewal of public transport system, the construction of the dry port. So it has been mentioned already in the video. We don't have a port, so the dry port will commercial bank, investment bank, housing banks, and all. Then touristic destination. Our aim is to construct a grandstanding hotels and restaurants to support our touristic sector. The development of third desert tourist sites. This is I mentioned earlier. The development of the Tafado Canal Spring water. The development of a pond around the agricultural areas of the country. The creation of training centers for hotel and tours. The creation of modern ceramic potteries units in Kuta. Then investing in crafts. There are a lot of international standard reputation craft there in Niger that is waiting for business investment. Investment opportunities in healthcare. We have one of the fastest growing population in Africa. So to keep our people safe and healthy, we need more and more investment in projects like construction and development of 200 single referral hospitals in London and in Yemen, two big populated regions of the country. The construction of 27 district hospitals throughout the country. The project of constructing a new Gazobi maternity hospital, that is the most famous oldest maternity hospital in Niger. So I'm hoping that this very short presentation has given you enough information to choose Niger as a business destination. We remain available at the embassy to give you all necessary information and support that you need to go to Niger. Thank you very much for your kind attention.